Hi folks, I recently realized I hadn't updated the video on the root cellars that I put in up in Colorado. So I thought I'd do that today. As you can see, I'm not up there right now. I'm down in the desert in Arizona soaking up some warmth because it's still pretty cold up there. But last spring when I opened up the root cellar, I discovered that because we'd had a really wet winter, at times 3 or 4 feet of snow on the ground, some water had gotten down into the root cellars. The stuff that got wet didn't do so well, but the stuff that stayed dry did pretty good. The carrots that got wet didn't do well, but the carrots that stayed dry were fine. The dahlia tubers that got wet didn't do well, but the ones that stayed dry were good, and the potatoes were all fine because they were a little bit higher off the floor of the root cellar. Part of the reason that I had problems with water getting in is the dirt around the root cellars had settled, and so water tended to run toward the cellars instead of away from them. I cured that hopefully this summer by putting more dirt around the root cellar so the dirt slopes away from it. Also, something that I learned, I realized it actually going in, is that just piling the straw on top of the root cellars would make it inconvenient to get in and out very often. So what I did this year, I got some deer netting or bird netting, the plastic netting that's about 6 or 7 feet tall with 1/2-inch squares. And I laid a layer of it down over the top of the root cellars and put the straw on top, and then I folded another layer over the top, and then I zip tied it all together. So essentially now I have a blanket of straw that I can lift off and put back on pretty easily, so it's a lot more convenient to get in to the root cellars. I'll find out this spring when I get back up there how well that has all worked out. But in all, I think they worked out pretty well. And I think if you keep the water out of them, they're going to do a good job for you. So that's it for now from Family Acres.